Running in the heat in the summer isn't only tough, it actually changes the way you perform. But you can use it to your advantage and adapt to make you better. Hey, my name is Brody. I'm a high school distance runner in Central Florida, and I've been running in the heat my whole life. There are a few tips that I've learned through my past years that I think can help you. Tip number one. Tip number one is going to be your expectation. The reality is your body's not going to be able to perform to the extent that it would in better weather. It has to work on cooling yourself rather than just focusing on the aerobic system. With this extra stress on your body, there's going to be a few outcomes that would be different if you're running in good weather. One of them, your heart rate is going to be higher. This is why I encourage to not look at heart rate much over the summer, especially in the heat. The reality is when you get more dehydrated, your body has to work on regulating its temperature, your heart rate is going to go up, but that does not mean you're out of shape. It is normal. Also, when with expectations, another key part is paces that felt good in the winter are now going to feel a little bit tougher. That's normal. If you need to adjust easy pace based on that, that is normal. For example, in the winter, I might be running 7:45 pace for my easy runs with a 150 heart rate. Now in the summer, I might be running 8 flat with a 150 to 160 heart rate. That is completely normal, and you might need to use it to adjust. So with these two things, you're going to need to lower your expectations a little bit. If you keep them as high as they were in the winter, you're going to start feeling like you're working backwards when you're actually working forwards. Next tip. This is fueling. And in my opinion, it might be the most important one over some. First part of fueling is hydration. If you're running in the morning, it's very humid like where I live when it's 80 degrees and we're working with 95% humidity. Your body's sweat does not get evaporated, and so it sits there and you keep sweating more. But the reality is it's not cooling you like the way it would with no humidity. When we lose sweat, we're not only losing water, we're losing key electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, magnesium. When we lose this, our heart rate can go up, performance can drop. This is not good, but it's very simple to fix. When looking for electrolytes or hydration drinks, there are so many on the market, it's extremely overwhelming. But there are a few key things to look for. The main one is the electrolyte stack. This includes how much salt does it have, how much potassium, how much magnesium, chloride. Those are the biggest ones I want you to look at. And so here are a couple that I use that could be used for you. First one is Precision Hydration 1500. This, if you're not good with taste, not recommend this. It tastes terrible. But the stack is amazing. It has 750 milligrams of sodium, which is plenty for a longer summer run, even a shorter summer run. It has 125 milligrams of potassium, also some magnesium in there, with a little bit of sugar. I prefer a little bit of sugar and calories in my electrolyte drink. That way it can make you feel a little more energized going to the run. If you don't want to spend money on a higher end electrolyte and you want to get just something cheaper that will last you a while, I recommend just some good old Gatorade powder. This stuff, tons of carbs, tons of sugar. It is processed, so you want to keep that into consideration. But you still get around 150 milligrams of salt, and then you can also just do an extra scoop and you can get up to 200 or 300. The second part of fueling is food. The main part of food, carbohydrates, especially for the morning runs. Many people just skip breakfast and get straight to the run. I highly advise against that. All it takes is just to eat a small 50 to 60 carb meal and you will be feeling amazing, or even a snack. One way to get these carbs in is through Morton 160 or Morton 320. This has 40 grams of carbohydrates in it that does not taste great, but you can get it down before a run and it'll help you you can help your energy levels stay very consistent throughout the run. The thing that I found most beneficial is eating before runs. Right now I have a bowl of oatmeal, honey, and bananas that gets me right around 60 to 70 carbs before the run. I take that right around 45 minutes before, so you will have to wake up earlier, but it helps so much. Third key point. Here we're going to be looking at time of day. Time of day is another extremely important factor when you're going to be choosing how to plan your summer training. In the mornings, you're going to get much more higher quality runs because UV index is much lower. While the humidity is still up, it is still way better than running midday. You can also do an evening run. Evening runs, I would be careful with, because you're going to have a whole day of walking, work if you have to, school. You will have a whole day of this before you run. That way, heart rate might be higher, body might be more drained. Morning runs, you get it while you're fresh, you can stay mentally sharp, and it can benefit you. Now, if the only time you're able to run is midday, that's okay. If you have a midday run, and maybe you have a workout, a threshold tempo session, I would suggest maybe going to a gym or a treadmill in AC so you can control the effort a little bit more. Feel better, keep the confidence higher. Last point 4, is running gear. Running gear, I wouldn't say is very important. If you don't have the nicest stuff, you can still become a great runner. One of these things is lighter clothing. Stuff like Nike Aeroswift is amazing, but it's very expensive. I recommend going to a Bell's outlet, going to one of those stores where you might be able to find name brand stuff that's very breathable that you can run your runs. I would recommend to buy a lot of shorts, lots of shirts, as you are going to just run through them in the summer, especially if you're getting a run in the morning, lift at night. You're going to be sweating a lot, and these clothes are going to get dirty very fast. Another piece of gear I highly recommend, a pair of sunglasses. I don't recommend spending a lot of money on sunglasses because in the summer they're going to get disgusting. Sweat, water, everything on them is going to get disgusting. For example, I bought these at Walmart for $5. They might only last me a month or so, but at least if I step on them, drop them, it's not like I'm losing a $160 pair of Oakleys, which Oakleys are amazing, so if you want to go for it. Yeah, especially with the sunglasses, just get a cheap pair. You're probably going to look stupid.
He needs some milk.
The reality is nobody cares. When they see you running by, they're probably going to have more respect for you that you're putting in the work than you look stupid. So now, my own suggestions. Those are the 4 main things that you want to dial in to have good summer training, especially to survive in the heat. And here are now a couple things that I learned over the years. Stop looking at your watch. The reality is, summer training comes down to putting in good efforts, not hitting right paces or heart rates. If your coach tells you to go 6:30 and 6:30 feels a little bit harder, then dial it back just a little bit. The whole point of summer training is getting good quality sessions in that aren't going to burn you out. Another tip I have, this one is probably controversial, as you can see I've already done it, buzz your hair. I used to have very long hair, as seen right here, and it was great. I looked pretty cool. It's a lot hotter than you think. I would recommend just buzz your hair, shave your legs. It does help. It helps you cool a lot better. And my last tip, stay calm. You're going to acclimate. One of the biggest things that I see a lot of people do, me included, is they get very worried early in summer because they feel so out of shape. There's a couple reasons for that. One, you're probably coming off a break after track season. That's normal. You're going to be slightly out of shape. You shouldn't lose too much fitness, but you're definitely going to feel out of shape. 2, your body's probably not acclimated. When we were running during track season, the weather was much nicer. Those couple weeks of breaks, it heats up a lot. And so your body's not going to be acclimated. Give yourself a couple weeks. The runs are going to suck. That's how it goes. After those couple weeks, your body should be feeling much better. And lastly, one more tip. Don't ask too much of your body. The reality is, in the heat, your body can only do so much. You're not going to feel like Superman every run. I don't even know what you're going to feel like. It's not going to be good. Your body's going to feel a lot more drained because it has so much more stress on it than just a regular run at 50 or 60 degrees. That is normal. All this is normal. So all these tips, they're going to help you have a more successful summer, but they are not going to do everything for you. You still need to put in the work. You still need to wake up early. You still need to do your strength exercises. You still need to do everything. These are just to help you have more quality runs and help last through the summer and be a stronger and more efficient runner. If you have any questions, drop them down below. This is my first video. I'm not an expert. I'm not certified in anything. I'm just a high schooler. I've been running for 4 or so years now. I love the science behind it. I love optimizing to the best that you can because I think it's a beautiful thing. And so I'm just giving tips that I've learned over the years. And hopefully they will work for some of you. That's it. So please consider subscribing, giving a like. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And either if you're a hobby jogger, a high schooler, college owner, whatever, hopefully these give you some insights, especially if you're starting to train hot weather. See you next time. Stay hard.